Did we lose? Oh, hi.
Vince, but it's you and me and 6 other people so far. So we lost Vince. Oh, he's come back. Vince has come. So thank you for joining us for the 3 p.m. Central Standard Time match day. In blue, wearing Autism Awareness Month t-shirt, Samantha Snow from Loganville. That's right, isn't it?
Yep.
Loganville, Georgia. And we're going to talk about Tiny Tot Soccer. We might talk a little bit about autism awareness. And we're also going to talk about engagement tools that we might be able to work in with the kids during this time. So we're going to try to do a Kahoot with you, the audience. So if you've got your smartphone near you, type in KAHOOT.IT. And we'll see if we can do this. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to try this live on match day for the second attempt, hopefully the first successful one. So look at Kahoots and we'll just do a quick one of these and see if this is something you guys might want to do. All completely free resource. Oh, let's go here. So those of you that are with us, here's what you need to do is type KAHOOT.IT into your phone. And if that works for you, then see if you can type in a name and appear on the screen. So far, I have no players. But if we can get 1 or 2 in, we can play the game. So the first thing you do is type in Kahoot.it into your smart device. And then if it asks you for the game pin, 612-1461.
Well, I'll log in if no one else wants to play.
Well, you got to log in, Samantha. Hey, I'll log in just to give us people. Nothing like dead air at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Just so thrilled with how this technology is going. But we're here for the people. That's what we're here for.
Everything gets a little squirrely with
Samantha's in. Good, Samantha. Well done. Okay, so we have 2 people in, R and S. So here's what happens. We start the quiz, 10 questions. The kids can be at home. They're using their smart devices to answer the quiz. So who is that? And you answer from your phone. And you can see that both people got Shavi right. And you can see how quickly, oh, there we go. We've got some people in. So Soccer and Andrew C. Sorry, you're not in, but we'll see if we can get you going. So there's one question. And correct answer as quick as you can is what gets you points. The devilishly handsome Cavani. So we got somebody else in playing, so that's good. Andrew C. Coach John and Soccer still haven't quite worked it out. It might be technology hurting us, but that's okay. So we'll keep playing because now I'm having fun and I know the answers. So you're answering on your smart device. I'm screen sharing. There we go. Okay, so remember, you're answering on your smart device.
So this would be easy for coaches to share out with their kids then.
Yeah, so all you got to do is get the screen share up somehow. So the kids have got to be able to see your screen, but all the kids need is a smart device.
Which they all have.
They all have the smart device to be able to answer. We'll just finish up the quiz. Oh, we'll finish at 5, but because people have got the idea of how it works. the most sent-off man in Champion League history, I think, Sergio Ramos. Anyway, so there's Kahoots, and that is kind of a fun little engagement tool that we've been using. It works really well on Ring Central, which is our phone, and it works really well on Zoom. I'm not sure that Webinar Jam has quite enough bandwidth, but check out Kahoots. You can make them. It's like making a PowerPoint, and they're really good fun, and they're completely free. So Kahoots, and if you have questions, just drop me a line or Vince a line. We can set you up. In the meantime, Samantha, now you're well hydrated. Do you want to tell us about what's going on in Loganville in the last week since we last saw you?
A bunch of the same. So our state finally went in shelter in place, and it's expected to go on a little bit longer now. Our governor is supposed to be making an announcement actually right now. So we'll see what it is, but school's definitely canceled through the remainder of the year. So we're just trying to stay connected with folks as much as we can, and with our kids, just sending out stuff. And I'm actually in the middle of writing out cards to all of our select players, and we'll be mailing those out when I can get Elliot to the post office to drop them. So just another way to stay engaged with them.
And do you have a little guy program, like a real munchkin program?
Yes, it is called Kickaroos, and it's for 3- and 4-year-olds. It's a parent participation, and we actually had just started. We were 2 weeks into our spring season when all of this started. So working on trying to get some information out to parents of what they can do at home with those little ones, because it's a little bit different. And see how that goes.
So when you do a program for kids that young, I mean, we've always considered the 2 to 5-year-olds as too young, but the simple fact is that people are going to put their kids in the program anyway. So it's almost like you stand on a matter of principle and then watch them maybe go into different programs. So how long does a 3-year-old train at your complex?
It's 45 minutes each session. And the parents, like I said, it's parent participation, so they're out on the field with the kids at the same time. And it's a mix of just some fun little exercises, because they're still working on their gross motor skills and movement, and then with some soccer skills in. So it's an 8-week program, and our goal is at the end of 8 weeks, we want the kids to know 4 surfaces of the foot. So their laces, their sole, inside and outside, and just feel comfortable with it, and that they're having fun with it, and that the parents are having fun too. Because what we've noticed, we have a trend of, we cut the class off at 25, and we fill up every single session that we do. And of those 25 participants that we have, we get at least 10 of those parents then that end up volunteering to coach in our under 6 program once their kids are old enough getting into it. So we're working with the kids, but it's also with the parents as well, and getting them comfortable with the game, coaching and being around kids. So
Yeah, I see that. I can see the recruitment idea. So when they're out on the park, does every participant have a ball? The adult has a ball and the kid have a ball?
Just the kid has a ball. So we give every kid a soccer ball when they sign up. They get a soccer ball. It's got the cute little Kickaroos logo on it, and they get a T-shirt. And then they're out there. I teach it, and we have 2 other coaches that teach it. So we have a ball as well, just to kind of demonstrate. But it's the child, their parent, the ball, and then as we progress each week, then we start to do, okay, maybe let's share the soccer ball with somebody. But that's maybe in like week 5, 6.
And do you have any of this online? Is there any video of this on your website?
No, we're actually, that's what our next step to work on. I did have a little video that hopefully, if Vince says he joined the room, we'll see, that had a couple clips that I had taken just myself of the classes. But my screen share is not working.
Okay.
But if Vince can get on, he could show the little video.
Seems like Vince is trying to get on.
Yay!
So I had a program that worked really well for me, where we got the parents out and they worked with their own kid. And then after a little while, we said to the kids, go find another adult. And the kids were really comfortable doing it. The parents felt a bit awkward sometimes when another person's kid, but that was actually, we actually found, and it could be different in different environments, but we actually found that having the children pick new partners from the adult pool was actually possible. So I think one of the tricks with these programs is, and we talk about it a lot, we talk about these principles of little kid coaching. So is it developmentally appropriate physically and cognitively and socially? So I think it's hard for them, it's hard for a 3-year-old to partner with another 3-year-old or 4-year-old, but they might partner with their mum or dad. And then we talk about, does it look like soccer in some way? So is it just racing around an assault course or some sort of activity, or is there some sort of soccer in there somewhere? And then we talk about how you get the information across to the kids and all those kinds of things. So there's lots of special tricks, I think, for the 6, 7, 8-year-olds that we actually apply all the time unknowingly with our older kids, but we have to do with a bit more intentionality with our little ones. Vince, have you got a video?
Yeah, sorry, I had to change browsers. Let me share. Wow.
Yeah, and this is just a little mashup of clips that I had taken from some of our classes. Yeah.
Yeah, they're adorable.
And then me trying to do this at home with Reagan. So.
Okay.
That's their favorite game, by the way. That's our squirrels.
That little kid wiggling.
So we always do this, the kids with their parents is a little part of a warm up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a cute song with it, but that's okay. And there's a crazy little munchkins. That was supposed to be red light, green light.
So let's be honest. Is this really a big financial driver in the club, or is it a little bit more like getting them into soccer so that maybe a handful of them will participate in your more advanced programs down the line? What's the motivation for this?
Yeah, it's more getting them in. It's not to be a moneymaker or anything like that. It's just to get them in, introduce them, make sure that they're having fun with it so they want to stay with it. And then on the selfish side of it, to ensure that we have some coaches then that will volunteer.
Okay, Vince, can you stop the video a sec? And Samantha, now is your opportunity to plug autism awareness and what we're all about here.
Okay, yeah, so the entire month of April is Autism Awareness Month, and it's also Autism Acceptance Month. The CDC just released new numbers that 1 in every 54 kids is diagnosed now on the autism spectrum. And for me personally, my daughter Reagan is autistic. She was diagnosed 4 years ago now.
And that was Reagan in the video clips with your brother, right? Your younger brother.
Yeah.
So that little girl doing the...
Yeah, it was all right. Actually, what ended up happening is Reagan would not do it with me. So I had to call Aiden and my 13-year-old brother to show her how to do it and play with her, and then she would actually do it. So
now, she's done hydrotherapy, right? She's in the pool.
Yeah,
she has all kinds of special classes. She has the equine therapy, the horse therapy. Is the soccer now like almost like a therapy for her?
It is. It's taking place right now since we can't do any of the therapies, just getting that interaction. And that's why I was hoping, that she would cooperate a little bit with these clips just to kind of show what parents can be doing at home, with their kids. I mean, typical or not, the interaction with these kids at this age is so important right now. And I know at least in our household, it has been stressful. I can imagine others it's stressful too. And to get the energy to get on the floor, play and interact with your kids, it can be a little difficult at sometimes, especially with all the stress that we're under, but it's so, so, so important right now because at this age, and I feel like Reagan being autistic kind of gives us a little bit different insight, but I think it's the same for all kids, regardless, again, typical or not. That interaction that they're missing right now from going to preschool or these classes, school, that interaction they're missing with their peers is so important. So as much as we can supplement in as parents is going to be really helpful, and not just interacting, sitting at the table and trying to do the schoolwork, but the play. Because there is such thing as play therapy that is so, so important for these kids.
And the progress that that Reagan has made, is she participating in Socceroos with other kids?
No.
No, we're not there yet.
No, she's not there yet. So she's come to a couple classes that I've been teaching, and then my husband Elliot brings her. But she's just been more interested in running circles around everybody and jumping. And yeah, just happy to be around other kids, but not really participating in the soccer part, which is fine.
So you're saying that when you get the kids in Socceroos and the parents they're required to participate, that's part of the program?
Yes, a parent has to be on the field with the kids, and they got to have their phones away, because I mean it's 45 minutes just to spend time with your kid and and get that interaction. And it really is awesome, because I mean the kids, there are some parents at first that are very reluctant, like they don't want to put their phones away, or they're wanting to pay attention to something else. But like you can tell the kids love it so much. They love having that attention from the parents and playing with them. And then we also, at the end, we bring them all in with their parents. We show them some kind of skill or trick, get a practice at home for the week to practice with their parents. And then when they come back the following week, the first thing they do is show us. And the kids are so excited. The parents are so excited to show us, what they've been working on. And then we get the parents.
One of the cool things about your community, because you have the fields and the indoor, it has a sort of a European feel that the kids play, the parents play, the older brothers and sisters play, and you've got adult soccer going late at night when your facility's open. It occurs to me that for some of us, getting that kind of communal feel out of our soccer when we come out of COVID would be really good. So you guys might be ahead of the curve in that, because you've already got that and you're actually making the parents play now. So the next thing is to start an adult mums soccer league, right?
Well, we do have a soccer moms class. So yes, and it is coached by one of our more attractive coaches. So
inappropriate.
Hey, it's a full class every time.
Yeah.
And then how many sessions?
Ian, have you been asked to do this soccer moms class? I
was never asked.
Sorry.
So when are they saying you can go outside again in Georgia? Has the state association made a decree?
It's just up in the air. The state association right now is holding to April 30th. But the thing going on right now is our shelter in place is expected. The governor is supposed to be making an announcement now, probably through May 13th. So we'll see. But at least, May 13th, we can kind of ease back in, and we're hoping that, come June, in summertime, that we'll be able to get back with our summer camps, because our summer camps are always full, and I'm sure the kids are going to be itching to get out of the house. Parents will be itching to get their kids out of the house.
So I spoke today to a number of clubs in colder climates, upstate New York, Wisconsin, Minnesota, some Canadian clubs. I was making some courtesy calls, and for some of them, it's not that big a deal because they weren't going to be outside anyway.
Yeah.
Some of them were in basketball arenas or domes, and some weren't even at that level. So it's actually interesting, because if you're in a nice weather place like Georgia and here in Kansas City, Missouri, we are actually starting to lose a ton of contact time, but some parts of the country haven't lost it as bad as much, which I think it kind of changes the conversation, because we assume we're all exactly the same situation, but the reality is we've all got a completely different context.
Yeah, no, and I feel like that this is a really important time too, that, for coaches and clubs to really show how much they do care about their kids and their families, as kids and people. So that's why I'm in the middle of writing all these cards to our kids, and we'll be sending them out. But it's so important, I feel like, just to connect with these kids on a personal level outside of the whole soccer, and just sending them stuff and workouts to do, and the Zooms, which are great, but can we get connect with them on a personal level too through all of this?
So you're 6.5 months pregnant. You're writing letters to your kids, handwritten notes. I don't know how you post them. And then you're doing videos of Reagan training on the floor with her brother, Aiden, with your brother, Aiden. Yeah, her uncle. I always get that mixed up. Very good. So Vince, we've kept Samantha for 20 minutes.
Yep, I apologize. Hopefully the Wi-Fi in my house gets fixed tomorrow. So
It's okay.
Anyway,
Samantha, thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing videos of your family.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
And then tomorrow's lineup, Kim Sutton, Chico State University. Will be on at noon Eastern time. And then
what is Kim talking about?
She's going to talk about staying connected. So it'll be interesting
with college kids.
You know, at the college level. And then we have, speaking of, well, probably someone that you would recruit for your soccer mom's class. Ben Frakely will be on tomorrow, and it'll be a riveting one about with sports psychology. So really looking forward to that one. So that's at 4 Eastern time. So thank you. Thanks, boss, for filling in for me today.
Thanks,
You're
Ian.
welcome. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for joining us, everybody.
Thank you, Samantha.